mynews.studio.
3 Amur tigers have set foot on Kazakh soil for the first time in 70 years. But does their arrival signal hope or new risks for the region?
Today is January 24th, 2026. Let's lay out the basics. Kazakhstan plans to receive up to 4 Amur tigers from Russia by June. This is a pivotal moment for their tiger reintroduction program. The last time tigers were seen in Central Asia, they vanished completely. So why attempt this now?
When the tigers disappeared, they left a noticeable void in the ecosystem. Tigers play a crucial role. They keep populations of deer and wild boar in check. Without them, those numbers can surge, which then affects vegetation and even the quality of water sources. So reintroducing tigers isn't just about restoring a species. It's about rebalancing the entire ecosystem.
Bringing back a top predator after so many decades, what's the hardest part of that process? Is it mainly about transporting the animals, or is it more complex than that?
It's definitely more complex. Take genetics, for example. If you bring in only a few tigers, you risk inbreeding. Kazakhstan is addressing this by importing 2 males and 2 females from Russia. They're also pairing them with the Dutch tigers they received back in 2024. That gives a starting group of 6, which is better for kickstarting a breeding program.
So, having more founder animals gives better genetic variety. But when it comes to their offspring, how do they prepare them for life in the wild? Is it as simple as opening a gate, or is there more involved?
There's a structured process. The young tigers are raised inside 3.5-hectare enclosures at the Il-Balkhash State Nature Reserve. In these enclosures, they learn essential skills like hunting and avoiding humans. The parent tigers stay on for research purposes. Over time, this helps build a stronger gene pool.
That covers the tigers. But what about their food supply? If there aren't enough prey animals, the tigers can't survive. Has Kazakhstan done enough to restore the habitat for them?
Yes, and they've been working on it for years. Since 2018, they've released more than 200 Bukhara deer and 119 kulans. Those are wild horses. Both are natural prey for tigers. They've also restored stretches of riparian forest and grassland, creating the right environment for both prey and predator.
That's the natural side. But what about the human angle? Tigers and livestock herders often come into conflict. Are there strategies in place to handle this?
They are taking a proactive approach. Kazakh specialists have trained alongside Russian experts in ways to handle human-tiger conflict. They met twice in 2025 to share techniques and protocols. Plus, the chosen reserve, over 400,000 hectares in the Ili River Delta, is remote, which limits direct contact with local communities.
Still, some tigers will stray beyond the reserve. What's the response plan if that happens?
They use satellite collars to track every released tiger in real time. If a tiger leaves the reserve or approaches a settlement, monitoring teams and veterinary stations can respond quickly. And by keeping prey numbers high inside the reserve, they reduce the chance of tigers seeking out livestock.
Beyond the immediate area, how does Kazakhstan encourage wider support for this reintroduction project?
They're investing in outreach. For example, documentaries like Zholbari's help raise public awareness. New visitor centers are opening in places such as Ulitau to promote ecotourism, creating new job opportunities. And with backing from groups like the UNDP and WWF, there's international support as well.
It sounds ambitious, but how will they know if it's working? Is success measured just by the number of tigers, or is there a broader set of goals?
There are specific benchmarks: survival and breeding rates, the successful release of offspring into the wild, and growth in tiger numbers without needing further imports. They're also monitoring impacts on the ecosystem, like prey population control and overall biodiversity. And importantly, they're tracking whether human-tiger conflicts are rare and resolved effectively.
If the project succeeds, could it serve as a model for other countries trying to bring back apex predators?
It could, yes. This is an example of international cooperation. Russia, the Netherlands, the UNDP, WWF, all working together. It's also a test for restoring ecosystems by reintroducing predators at the top of the food chain.
This goes beyond Kazakhstan, or even tigers. It's essentially a global experiment in reversing biodiversity loss.
That's right. If Kazakhstan succeeds, it shows that with careful planning and cooperation, even locally extinct species can return and prosper.
Here's a quick recap. Kazakhstan is importing Amur tigers, rebuilding prey populations, training teams to manage risks, and tracking progress using science and technology. If it works, the impact could reach far beyond Central Asia.
Thank you for following the story of the Amur tiger with us. Their return is not just about Kazakhstan, but about what's possible in conservation worldwide.
Thank you for joining us. This episode is brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it now, free of charge.